What if I told you that Harry Potter is not just a magical tale, but a psychological guide too? Yes, you heard that right. Our beloved wizarding world is a treasure trove of psychological concepts and themes cleverly woven into the fabric of the story. From identity and resilience to fear and coping mechanisms, J.K. Rowling's masterpiece is a spellbinding blend of fantasy and psychology. Intrigued? Good. Now let's delve into the magical world of Harry Potter and explore the psychological themes hidden within. Harry, Hermione and Ron, three distinct characters with unique identities. What does this tell us about the power of identity? Well, let's dive in. Harry, the brave and loyal hero, carries the identity of the Chosen One. This identity shapes his actions, pushing him to face dangers head-on. Hermione, the intelligent and resourceful Muggle-born, defies stereotypes and uses her identity as a catalyst for her activism in equal rights for house elves. Then we have Ron, the loyal friend from a large, loving family. His identity, often overshadowed by his siblings, pushes him to carve out his own path. Each character's identity shapes their actions, their relationships, and their experiences. These identities aren't static either. They evolve as the characters grow, further emphasizing their impact. The identity we carry can be a source of strength, a motivator for change, or even a challenge to overcome. As we can see, identities define us and the way we interact with the world. Ever wondered about the symbolism of Dementors in Harry Potter? These spectral creatures, known for their chilling presence and ability to drain happiness from people, are more than just terrifying villains. They represent an all-too-real affliction that many of us grapple with: depression. J.K. Rowling, the author of the series, has openly discussed her own battles with mental health and how these experiences influenced the creation of Dementors. Much like depression, Dementors leave their victims feeling empty, drained of joy, and unable to focus on anything but their own despair. They suck out every good feeling, every happy memory, leaving nothing but the chill of despair. Depression, like a Dementor's kiss, can feel as though it's consuming your very soul. But in the world of Harry Potter, and in our own, there are ways to combat these feelings, to drive away the darkness. Dementors indeed are the perfect metaphor for depression, sucking the happiness out of life. Prejudice, a dark art in the wizarding world and ours too. How often do we see it lurking in the corners of Hogwarts' hallowed halls? It's as if a boggart has taken its form, sending shivers down the spines of those it targets. Just as the house elves are marginalized, looked down upon for their lowly status, so too are individuals in our society judged and discriminated against based on their race, religion, or socio-economic background. And who could forget the term mudblood? A derogatory slur flung at witches and wizards of non-magical parentage. It's a stark reminder of the irrational fears and misconceptions that fuel prejudice. Just as Hermione battles this prejudice with courage and dignity, we too must stand up against such injustices in our world. Prejudice, a dark art indeed, that we all must strive to eradicate. For only then can we truly create a world where every witch, wizard and muggle is treated with the respect and dignity they deserve. Horcruxes, fragments of a broken soul. Sounds familiar? In the Harry Potter series, dark wizards create Horcruxes by splitting their soul, embedding fragments into objects, even living beings. This process signifies a profound disconnection from one's self, a concept that mirrors the psychological impact of trauma. When individuals experience traumatic events, they can feel as if parts of their identity, their soul if you will, have been fractured or lost. Like a Horcrux, these fragments can exist outside of the person's conscious awareness, often causing pain and turmoil. Moreover, just as the creation of a Horcrux requires an act of violence, trauma too is often associated with violent experiences, further deepening this symbolic relationship. But there's a silver lining. Just as Harry and his friends managed to destroy all Horcruxes, individuals can heal from trauma. With courage, support, and oftentimes professional help, one can reclaim these lost pieces, reintegrating them into a healthier whole identity. Trauma, like Horcruxes, can shatter us, but remember, healing is always possible. A Patronus, a shield against darkness. What does this symbolize? In the magical world of Harry Potter, the Patronus charm is a powerful symbol of resilience. It's a protective spell conjured from the happiest, most positive memories, capable of driving away the soul-sucking Dementors. Now let's transpose this into our non-magical world. Our Patronus is our resilience, our ability to bounce back from adversities, hardships and traumas. It's our mental shield, born from our positive memories and experiences, which can fend off the Dementors of life. Our fears, our anxieties, our doubts. The Patronus charm teaches us that even in the darkest of times, we can summon our resilience, our inner light, by focusing on our positive memories. These memories, much like the Patronus, act as our safeguard, illuminating our path and guiding us through our darkest hours. Like a Patronus, our resilience can protect us from life's Dementors. The Mirror of Erist shows us our deepest desires, but what does it truly reflect? Now, let's delve into the magical world of Harry Potter, specifically the Mirror of Erist. This isn't just any mirror, oh no, it's a psychological mirror, a mirror that reflects not our physical selves but our subconscious desires and aspirations. Quite a concept, isn't it? You see, when Harry looks into the Mirror of Erist, he sees his parents reflecting his deep-seated longing for family. Dumbledore, on the other hand, sees himself holding a pair of woolen socks, symbolizing his desire for simplicity and comfort. In essence, the Mirror of Erist is a magical representation of our innermost desires, often ones we may not even be consciously aware of. However, it's not all rosy. The mirror also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of becoming consumed by our desires, losing sight of our present reality. The Mirror of Erist, a reminder that our desires can guide us or consume us. A boggart takes the form of our worst fears, but what does it mean psychologically? In the magical world of Harry Potter, a boggart is a shapeshifter. It morphs into the manifestation of the viewer's deepest, darkest fears. But in the realm of psychology, isn't this what our minds tend to do? Our fears, anxieties and worries shapeshift into monstrous forms in our mind, often blowing them out of proportion. Like the students at Hogwarts, we too can learn to confront these fears. To defeat a boggart, one must use the spell Ridiculous, transforming the fear into something amusing. Psychologically, this is akin to using humor or positive thinking to reduce the fear's power. Remember, it's not the boggart itself that's truly terrifying. It's what it represents to the individual. Similarly, our fears are only as powerful as we allow them to be. Like a boggart, our fears can be defeated only if we face them. The room of requirement appears when you need it most. Is it a metaphor for our coping mechanisms? Much like this magical room in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, our coping mechanisms materialize when we are under stress or facing adversity. They are the strategies we employ to manage and mitigate negative emotions or challenging situations. Think of it this way: when Harry needed a place to practice his defense against the dark art skills in secret, the room of requirement turned into a fully equipped training room. Similarly, when we are faced with a stressful situation, our mind conjures up a coping mechanism, be it through distraction, problem-solving, or seeking support. Just as the room changes according to the need of the person, our coping mechanisms may also vary depending on what we find most comforting or helpful during tough times. So remember, our coping mechanisms, like the room of requirement, are our personal sanctuaries in times of distress. Polyjuice Potion, a tool for identity exploration or identity crisis. Now that's a question worth pondering. In the magical world of Harry Potter, the Polyjuice Potion allows one to take on the physical appearance of another, effectively wearing their identity. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? It's like walking a mile in someone else's shoes, but quite literally. This potion represents the exploration of different identities, a concept that resonates well with our own lives. We often find ourselves trying out different roles, adapting our behaviors to fit into various situations. It can be a confusing journey, filled with self-doubt and uncertainty. Yet it can also be enlightening, revealing aspects of ourselves we weren't aware of. It's through this exploration that we gain a deeper understanding of who we truly are. However, it's important to remember that while it's okay to explore, we should never lose sight of our true selves. Identity exploration, like the use of Polyjuice Potion, can be a confusing yet enlightening journey. The Triwizard Tournament, a test of courage and wit. What does it represent in real life? Let's dive into the magical world of Harry Potter and find out. The The Triwizard Tournament, much like life itself, presents a series of unpredictable and often daunting challenges. Each task, be it retrieving a golden egg from a dragon or navigating a labyrinth full of surprises, symbolizes the hurdles we come across in our own lives. They represent the tests of our courage, resilience, and resourcefulness. Just as the champions of Hogwarts, Beauxbatons and Durmstrang face these challenges head-on, we too must confront our own dragons and mazes. These trials, whether in the tournament or life, shape our character, hone our skills, and ultimately define who we are. They may seem intimidating at first, but remember, every challenge overcome is a victory in itself. In life, like in the Triwizard Tournament, it's not about winning, but how we face the challenges. Enjoying our magical journey in the world of Harry Potter and psychology? To ensure you don't miss out on future spellbinding discussions, do click on that subscribe button. And if you're finding these insights as fascinating as a trip to Diagon Alley, don't hesitate to hit the like button. Sharing the video with fellow Potterheads? Why, that's as splendid as casting an Accio charm. So stay tuned, the magic isn't over just yet. We have more enchanting psychological explorations coming your way. Stay tuned as we continue our journey. Divination, the art of predicting the future. What role does it play in our lives? In the world of Harry Potter, divination is a controversial subject. Remember Professor Trelawney and her cryptic prophecies? Well, they were often dismissed as nonsense, but ended up shaping the course of events. This mirrors the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies in our own lives. Let's dive a bit deeper. A self-fulfilling prophecy is a belief or prediction that indirectly causes itself to become true. This is due to the simple fact that believing in something influences our actions. For instance, if you believe you're going to fail an exam, you might not study as hard, thus causing your initial prediction of failure to come true. In essence, just like divination in the wizarding world, our beliefs and expectations can directly shape our actions and outcomes. So remember, it's crucial to keep a positive mindset. After all, our beliefs, like divination, have the power to shape our future. We've journeyed through the magical world of Harry Potter, exploring the psychological themes hidden within. From the power of identity to the dark arts of prejudice, the tales of witches and wizards have revealed profound insights. We've seen the Dementors of Depression, the Horcruxes of Trauma, and the Patronus of Resilience. We faced fears, explored identities, and faced challenges, all within the enchanting confines of the wizarding world. Remember, every tale, even a magical one, can teach us something about ourselves. That's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed our journey through the magical world of Harry Potter and the fascinating realm of psychology. Remember, each of us has a bit of magic within us just waiting to be discovered, so why not share your thoughts? Got a favorite character or a magical moment that resonates with your own psychology? I'd love to hear your insights. On that note, I bid you farewell. Until next time, keep exploring the magic within you.
Savored this video? Fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.